What is up, Squadron? Hey, how's everyone going? Whoa, what did I just say? Take two. Ah, oh man, I'm rough. Take two, no edits. How's everyone doing today? This is a pre-recorded video, so I won't know how you're doing today. As you all know, this is solo on the microphone. Continuing off with the behind the sounds. Yes, I know it's been a minute. However, I will use one of my excuses on the fact that there's been a lot going on with your boy these past couple of months. Plus or minus, some good, some bad, some really good. So there's that. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Keeping up with the momentum of the last record, I do remember that I previewed this song, and yeah, guess what, ladies and gentlemen, it's still a fucking banger. The illest. This song actually wasn't like anything planned. So going through the list of songs, like UKTV was official. Storm Coming wasn't supposed to be, but again, shout out to Rania for reintroducing that song. Walk On was a part, was the thing that got the ball rolling on this one. I had recorded Walk On, and then shit got real, and I'm like, oh, okay, for sure. But as far as like songs that were created after the initial bone skeleton structure of this album, the illest came on like maybe a month or two after I had already written a majority of this project. um so that's actually really cool thinking about it. I remember listening to beats and this beat coming on, and the producer dropped their drop. I think it's Scorpio. Shout out to Scorpio. They dropped their drop like Scorpio, and then I just started freestyling. I legit freestyled the hook. Like, I'm the illest. No, you feel this. Uncle Solo about his bitches. I got hitters when they hit us. Gonna put stitches on snitches. We dig ditches. Something vicious. Anything to keep our riches going. Banana. So my killers go gorillas. I'm the illest. That was the final project. I think the freestyle was something like, I'm the illest. No, you feel this. About his bitches. I got hitters. Gonna put stitches on snitches. We dig ditches. Anything going some my killers go gorillas. I'm the illest. Like that's how I freestyled initially. I didn't have all the words. I just had like the patterns that I wanted to go off of. That's a hashtag free game. That's how I do most of my hooks, if not all of them. I'll just like listen to the beat and then just like kind of just grunt through a lot of it, like like I'll just grunt through a lot of it and then just getting that pattern down. Um, and then so I wrote that part down, and then I had the beat playing on loop, and I probably wrote this song within like 30 minutes if I'm being genuinely honest. Um, 30 minutes maybe to an hour of me like reworking it. I didn't have to do a lot after. I mean, the beat, whenever a beat inspires me to do something, I do it. And I thought the first verse was like the hardest shit I ever wrote in a very long time, where it's like, I'm not a shooter, I'm a scorer, so I make it happen. And anybody that knows basketball lingo and like knows the parallels between like basketball and like, you know what I'm saying, like there's parallels to that shit. I mean, dating back to like Allen Iverson, who like brought rap culture into the basketball world, and like vice versa. There's a parallels to that shit. So when I say like I'm not a shooter, I'm a scorer, so it's like take that for face value. the lingo that you already know, but then also understand it to like we don't fear like shooters. Like shooters, if they get clamped up, they get clamped up. But we don't fear shooters. We fear scores. We fear people that can just make it happen, like from wherever. Like Kobe Bryant, that was a scorer. Michael Jordan, that is a scorer. These are scorers. Allen Iverson, these are scorers. Jimmy Butler, these are scorers. Giannis Antetokounmpo, these are scorers. Like anywhere on the floor. I mean, and Giannis, to be honest, Giannis expanded his shit. And he's a knockdown threes too. Whereas there's shooters who like, you know, the JJ Redicks, the late Ray Allen. Early Ray Allen was a scorer. Late Ray Allen turned into it just a shooter. Where like you feared them when the ball really Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, like Klay and Steph, they're not gonna pull up on the elbow, you know. But if they release that shit behind the arc, you're like, oh fuck. Steph definitely has a layup package. I'm getting in my basketball bag. I don't want to get into the semantics of who's a scorer and who's a shooter, but that's like the idea. Like, I'm not a shooter, I'm a scorer, so you know I make it happen. He is shooter, not a baller. That's why he always capping. And like that's another parallel that I really like. I really like that word flippy shit where it's like he's capping, you know, all he does, he's just shooting his mouth, you know, he's just capping. But it's also like, you know what I'm saying, that dual lingo where it's like he's capping, but he's not flossing because he knows what comes with the floss. Like he knows the attention that comes with the floss. So there's dual lingo in there, you know. And then I continued on to the branch of the capping lingo where he's just papping. You know, he ain't really about that action. I make moves that make the mood set a chain reaction. You got your set trapping. I put my set in action. We make those money moves. All you do is brag about acting. Like that's such a heavy bar right there too, because it's like, you feel me? Like some people put their team in position for failure. Like, man, you have your team and you got them trapping. Like, why are you doing that to your squad? Why are you letting them trap like that? Because they get knocked, you're getting knocked. If they get knocked and you're not really like that, like you're done. Like it's just dumb shit. And then they're bragging about acting because like most of the time, like honest, you know, I don't mean like speak on it like that because I'm not trying to bring any energy to me. But a lot of people like that's for the gram, that's for the chat. You know, it's just acting. Like that's all it is. They're not loud like that, so you know they can't speak as boastfully as they want to. And on the flip side, me and my squad, we're in action. Like we're about it. We post it. You know, we do it like the legit way. Like I got one man over here that does the videos. Got my other man over here that does like photos. Got my other man right here, you know, he does the interviews, and you know each hand washes the other. We're all in it to win it together. So it's like, you know, we're in action. Like we're a set that just makes shows and promos and all that shit happen. So it's like it's like free game where if you get caught up in the hype of the track, you'll like miss it. But it's all free game. Like it's all right there. And I continue on where it's like, you know, uh, you and your homeboy, you take a shot apiece, and then you just start wilding in the streets. Like you're gray off of the goose. Like you take a shot of goose, and you're like, you know, and then that's all you have, and you guys think you balling because you have a video of you guys just taking shots or whatever. But since I'm on top, I park it by the dock. You buy your goose by the shot. I buy my shots by the flock. Like it's just like the two different paths of how things are going. This is like your path, which is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay. And there's this path where it's like, oh, they're about that shit. And that's the mindset and path that I wanted that first verse to go. And then um on the engineering side, my man Freeze, you know, he didn't really have to do that much. He fucked it up. Like he killed it. He made sure the vocals and everything was dope. One thing that I did on the back end after everything was mastered was, if you've seen the previous episodes, you know I was working with pannings a lot, like taking audio, panning it to one side, panning it to the right. And this is the first project off the rip where I was like, I want to go crazy with this shit. So like I took the the I'm part, and I just chopped it up like I'm, and I like panned left, right, left, right, left, right, like I'm the illest, like that part. And then when the first verse actually hits, I do a trick that actually gets done again later on in this project, but I was really happy in how it sounded. Was I took a snippet of the joint, two different snippets of that verse, I think 4 bars, layered them on top of each other, did one a pitch down and panned it to one ear, and did the other a pitch up and panned it to my left ear. And then we had the normal vocals riding in the middle because I wanted that shit to like sound crazy. So it's like, I'm not a shooter, I'm a baller. So you know what, like that part, I wanted to like fucking go crazy. And then the parts, like I wanted those to hit kind of like snares, like, but it's just like which I really fucking loved. And then we'll get into it when we play the song back, but I have some nerd bars. I feel like I always add nerd shit, like not nerd shit, but you know, just like pop culture referencey shit somewhere in there that's like a higher level of what the norm is. I'll show you guys here. I'm trying to think if there's anything else where we actually play the record that y'all need to know about. But no, this track is like super straightforward. It just happened some 11 p.m. while I'm winding down. Wrote it, was like, yo, this shit kind of goes, and just laid it down. So let's just jump right into it. Yeah. I love this producer drop right here. I'm the illest, know you feel this. Uncle Solo about his bitches. I got hitters when they hear this, gonna put stitches on snitches. We dig ditches, something vicious, anything to keep our riches going. But na so my killers go gorillas. I'm the illest. Yes, also right here, one thing that I fucking loved is, cause I'm a DJ, right? So I'll mix my shit like with my DJ board, like right here. I'll show you guys real quick. My DJ board right here. I'll mix my shit right there. But if I can, I like to do like new shit too. So I'll make the cut noises with my mouth, and if they sound dope, I'll just let them ride. So I do that right there, like like that shit right there. I'm not a shooter, I'm a scorer, so you know I make it happen. He a shooter, not a baller, that's why he always got capping. Pat, 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 papping. They know he ain't really about that action. I make moves that set the mood, start a chain reaction. Got your set trapping. What? I put my set in action. Make those money moves. All you do is brag about acting. You buy gray by the goose, your man gray by the geese. You take a shot apiece, then you start to wild in the streets. But since sorry, squad, my food came. You might see one hard edit. So my killers go gorillas. I'm the illest. We dig ditches. I'm not a shooter, I'm a scorer, so you know I make it happen. He a shooter, not a baller, that's why he always got capping. Pat, 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 papping. They know he ain't really about that action. I make moves that set the mood, start a chain reaction. Got your set trapped. What? I put my set in action. Make those money moves. All you do is brag about acting. You buy gray by the goose, your man gray by the geese. You take a shot apiece, then you start to wild in the streets. But since Solo on top, Solo park it by the dock. You buy your goose by the shot, I buy my shots by the flock. You pull flower petals, like she love me or she love me not. I pull the panties off a flower, then I start to get on top. I'm the illest. Okay, hold on, guys. We have to talk about it. Man. So one thing that I do that some people may not like is I go crazy on the ad libs. And not only do I go crazy on the ad libs, I like the ad libs to kind of tell their own like story. And I like to layer. I'm big on fucking layering. So even in that last part, like you take a shot apiece, then you start to wow in the streets. But since solo on ta ta ta, solo park it by the ta ta ta. You buy your goose, buy the shot shot shot, buy my shots, buy the flop 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 flop. And then you pull flower petals, like she love me or she love me not. And you hear me like cry, like like crying in the background. I'm a motherfucking fool, bro. Like that shit's so funny to me.
Solo about his bitches, I got hit. I said in action, make those money more in the streets. But since solo on top, solo park it by the dock. You buy your goose, buy the shot. I buy my shots, buy the flock. You pull flower petals, like she love me or she love me not. I pull the panties off of
Let me just jump right into it.
I'm the illest, know you feel this. Uncle Solo about his bitches. I got hitters when they hear this, gonna put stitches on snitches. We dig ditches, something vicious, anything to keep our riches going. But na so my killers go gorillas. I'm the illest.
Batman villains
start to turn them into victims. They send bad signals in the air, praying Bruce Wayne come and get them. The enigma, not the Riddler, but Killer in the zone. Solo dolo metamorpho into fucking Waylon Jones.
I'm gonna pause right there. I'm gonna pause right there for all of my Batman nerds right now. Swear to God. Post in those comment section if you know who Waylon Jones is on your first listen through. If you know who Waylon Jones is on your first listen through, you gotta give me a like on this video. You gotta, even if you hate the song, you gotta give me a like on that shit. I said, first of all, I don't mean to like, dust myself off, but just going from the hook to the second verse like that. I'm the illest Batman villain. Start to burn them into victims. They send bat signals in the air, praying Bruce Wayne come and get him. First of all, I just snitched Batman out. Let's just get that out the way. But it was a rhyme scheme, but it's like praying Bruce Wayne come and get him. The enigma, not the Riddler, but Kingkiller in the zone. Like that, the enigma, not the Riddler, but Kingkiller in the zone. Solo dolo meta mofo into fucking Waylon Jones. Okay, so first alliteration, it wasn't even an alliteration because enigma E Riddler R. It's not an alliteration. But first, just like that, like wavy, like the enigma, not the Riddler, but Kingkiller. So Kingkiller in the zone. Solo dolo, so solo by himself. Metamorphosis into Waylon Jones. Waylon Jones is the name of the Batman villain Killer Croc. So Kingkiller turns into Killer Croc. Woo! Bitch! Man, I'm sorry, but that shit goes heavy to me. That shit goes heavy, bro.
Felt sorry, I know I never will. Not into the spot, all the soldiers know it's real. Look at all the ladies, Queen's Cup, they know the deal. Bitches, pussy or pussy bitches, I'm the one I gotta kill. I'm the illest.
You don't understand how hard it was to do this part. You don't understand how hard it was to do that part. That's okay if you don't. That shit was rough. Bro, something about Audacity, and this goes to you, Audacity. If I'm adding a snippet of a song and I'm adding something else behind it, don't slide that part that I'm adding behind it forward. Like, just keep that where it is and let me just introduce other shit where it needs to be. Unless there's a setting in there that I'm missing. Shit. Damn. But yeah, squad, that was the behind the sounds of the Illish. It's something dope, something hype. I'm gonna get more consistent. The next one is gonna be Mowgli's Palace, which I'm super excited to do. Check out the stream. I'm wrapping up Heavy Rain. We're almost done with Heavy Rain. Also check out the joint hashtag vibes. Yeah, hashtag vibes. on all platforms. Shout out to everyone that's been playing it. Shout out to everybody that's been fucking with it. We're still trying to get this YouTube page to 100 subscribers so I can update the URL. Till then, squad, do me a huge favor. Be good, be safe, but above all else, be you. And I'll catch you all on the next join.